Welcome back, everybody. Today's Friday. I know I haven't posted nothing in a couple of weeks. Just finally getting over the cold or whatever the heck I had. I just know I was really sick for about 2 weeks and I'm finally starting to sound a lot better. Holy cow, that sun is bright. But we are on our way to the Friday night car meet. Tomorrow morning is Cars and Coffee in Alexandria, but I just did my shift change a few weeks ago and I will be working tomorrow, sadly. But we're gonna try to make the best of tonight. Hopefully we get a good turnout. I know there's gonna be a lot of people going to Alexandria Cars and Coffee. Last weekend we had a few guys came down from Alexandria. It'd be nice if they do come again, but I doubt they will. I mean, I'm sure they'll come again, but not this weekend with Cars and Coffee tomorrow. They're probably going to be preparing for tomorrow. But we're on our way, and hope y'all enjoy the video, and we're going to try to have a good night. See y'all there. Let's get our asses. Sunlight ain't doing the camera justice. Back, everybody. I was gonna wanted to do something cool on my YouTube channel. I had been, kind of, writer's block is. Well, I've been having that with my YouTube channel. I don't want to do the same thing over and over again. Even though some of the stuff I show is pretty neat, but I mean, it's not drawing in the viewers like I was wanting. And I'm wanting to do something different, and I know there's a YouTuber here that's close to me, and I'd like to get with him and maybe brainstorm with him or maybe do a video together. But I don't know, man. I'm trying to think. A friend of mine showed me a video of him, in an area, and I'm not going to name the area because, I don't want a lot of attention being drawn here by the police in case some of the MPs or police do watch my videos. But a friend of mine was doing donuts tonight. He just got a brand new Hellcat, and he was doing donuts and everything out here, and I can see his marks, but I can also see a lot of other marks. It's not his. So he's not the only one that had the idea of coming out here doing donuts and stuff. But it's pretty cool. I was gonna try to do some myself, and have a little fun, but there's some people here walking for one, and but they're on the actual field, but their cars are out here, and I'm not going to take a chance of me being stupid and I end up crashing into someone's car because I'm not by all means a professional driver, but I do know how to handle my car. But let me show you all the markings on the ground. It's so cool. Look at all that. I'm not going to get out the car. It's hot outside, but you can see over here some older marks, and the newer marks is from my friend's Hellcat. Yeah, that's pretty cool. This is a nice little area too, so it's like if you wanted to and there wasn't a lot of traffic going in and out, you could actually show your butt out here and have some fun, because it's kind of away from everything. Yeah, the military base is right there, but I mean, I'm away from everything and everybody, and you really wouldn't think many police would come out here. But I don't know, right now there's just too many people going in and out, so it's like I can't do nothing. As much as I want to, I just want to sling this thing sideways or do a stand and burnout, but I can't. But last Friday wasn't a huge turnout. I did get a few videos of a few cars that I thought were pretty cool. I wish I could have got more because there was actually some really cool cars out there. But I ended up getting stuck talking to a friend of mine. And I don't mind talking to my friends and people that know me or get to meet me or something like that. But sometimes it draws me away from what I'm trying to do and do videos and record cars, you know. So I do like to spot cars too. But I'm just brainstorming and I'm trying to do something different. So we're going to do some driving around today and do a little bit of cruising, have fun. And I'll bring y'all along with me. So we're not going to do anything crazy here because there's 3 cars and another car just pulled up. So we'll find somewhere else to have some fun. I'll tell you one thing, it's really hard to find things to do in this town. I live in a small town in Louisiana and it's like, it's dead. It's like, if I really wanted to find something, and even then, you know, going to Lake Charles or Alexandria, there's no guarantee I'm gonna find anything going on. It's the middle of the week. My shift, I do shift work, you know, so right now, Darren, I'm on the shift where I'm off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And the only time car stuff happens is on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And it's aggravating. Because I've literally been driving around for the past probably hour. I can't find nothing to do. I'm gonna head to the house. We're probably gonna work on the car a little bit. I'm debating on putting the factories back on the back. I know I got these 18s on the back right now, but I gotta get some tires. And the car's looking silly with 2 different wheels. So I'm probably gonna head to the house. I'm gonna run this engine light and see what codes it gives me, and then we'll probably swap out the rear tires. I'm thinking about raising the car up because yesterday I was on my way to work and I was apparently riding too close to the car in front of me, because when they had a raccoon that was dead on the road go out from underneath their car and I couldn't dodge it, so I had to go over top of this raccoon. Well, my car sits so low to the ground that literally this raccoon picked up the car a little bit, and I just heard him just crunching and rolling underneath the car. I'm like, oh man, that sounds so bad. So I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I'm thinking about raising it up to where the tires are got like maybe a 1/4 inch of wheel gap in the wheel well. I don't know yet. We'll look at it when we get to the house and go from there. So see y'all when we get there. Everybody, I've been a little busy since I got home, between doing stuff in the house and getting this factory wheel out and cleaning off the corrosion off the rim and everything. It's in pretty bad shape. Part of leaving shit outside for a long period of time. But the tires are really good, and I believe all 4 of them are brand new. So cleaned out my trunk. I'm gonna show you all that right now. Cleaned out my trunk, got all my tools out, even got the trash picked up and everything. Found my lug nuts for the rear. We're gonna pull those off. I'm gonna stack them with the others until I can do something with the tires on them, and then we'll put all 4 back on. Then we're gonna roll around with the factories for a while. And what I'm gonna do is I'm also gonna adjust the coilover in the rear and try to raise it up about an inch, half an inch. Give me a little more ground clearance, because the factory wheels and tires, I believe, are a little shorter than these wheels and tires. So we're gonna try to do that, get that done. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this tire off, and we're gonna go. Everybody, the mess is still out here. Kind of cut myself a little bit. 1 tire is on. It's looking kind of funny right now because the car's up on one side, but I didn't raise the front. We're gonna see how it rides like this. Front end's still sitting the way it was, even with the 18s were on it. I raised the rear of the car in ½ inch. So we're gonna see how that rides and how it looks once everything settles again. But the rear is up ½ inch. Just for a little more ground clearance for underneath the car, because I know that for some reason these tires feel like they sit a little lower than the actual 18s. So we're gonna go ahead and pull that last tire off and get started. We're gonna bust loose once I get this tire off, I'm gonna raise that coilover up a 1/2 inch like I did the other side and get it done. So let me get started. Oh, and real quick, when you do stuff like this, especially when your coilover's been sitting for a while and you've been riding for a while like that, this car's been a couple years since I've adjusted these, spray your little locking rings, spray them down with some WD-40 before you go to beating on them and stuff like that. It makes things a little bit easier, and trust me, it does. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this tire off, soak that down, and then we'll get started. Well, everybody, we got all the tires on. They need to be cleaned and a little bit of air put in them. We're gonna clean them when we get home, but I'm gonna head into town real quick. We're not in the town, on the military base, because I have access. They got free air pumps out there, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it on there and go use the air pumps and make sure we get proper air pressure in these tires. Take it for a ride and let things settle and see how she does, see if it rides any better. At least this way I know I won't damage any of my other 2 wheels until I get that one fixed and get new tires put on them. But until then, they're staying off. Sucks, might have to be on these wheels on my factories, but hey, my factory's got brand new tires on them, so why not? You know, why waste them? The 2-year-old, the tires are only 2 years old. Why waste them and let them rot? You know, just go ahead and drive them. I need new tires on those 18s anyways, and I need to get 118 fixed. So when I get the money up to be able to do that for those, then we'll put them back on the car. Until then, we're gonna ride on the factory 15s. Hey, excuse me. We're doing sleeper status now. I know a lot of y'all think LS400s are slow. There's a few people in my neighborhood that would probably correct you on that one. At least mine. I mean, my car's not fast, but it's definitely not slow either. So let me go get air in these tires, and I'll get back with you. Man, it's hot outside. I am sweating my balls off in this stagnant, hot, humid air in Louisiana here. Drove the car around, got everything to settle out. Found that the passenger side rear is a 1/4 inch lower than the driver's side rear, so I adjusted that a little bit higher. Then I measured the front, and the same thing with the front. Passenger side front was a 1/4 inch higher than the driver's side front, so I'm lowering the front down 1/4 inch to match the driver's side, raise the rear up to match the driver's side, and now I'm done. We're gonna put the tire on. And for y'all that dog max speeding rods, I've had that thing on there going on 3 years, and now it's finally blown out. As you can see, there's oil everywhere from that shock. I need some new ones. Come on, Max Speeding Rod, sponsor me and send me some new ones so I can show people how to install these on the LS400s. The rear ones are still good. They're not blown out. They're working properly. If I had to do this again, when these came out the box, they were wrong. It had 9 kilogram springs in the front, 10 in the rear. Swapped them, made it ride better. So I was like, how about I go with a little bit bigger spring? So I put 12s in the front, left the 9s in the rear. It rode great. I rode like that for about a year. And then I was like, you know what? I want the rear lower. So we shortened the rear lower mounts to make it where it would go lower, and I put the 10 kilogram springs in the rear. The 10 kilogram springs are taller height-wise than the 9 kilogram springs. So you had to make it to where you can leave room for the spring, but yet put it where you want it. If I had to do it again, I'd put a 14 kilograms or a 14 kilogram spring in the front. I think that would allow these shocks to last a lot longer, because these front ones like to bottom out a lot when I hit serious bumps. In Louisiana, there's a lot of serious bumps on the road. The rear ones don't bottom out because of the 10K springs. So any of my friends with LS400s, if you want to go the cheap route, you got to get the right springs for those coilovers, and then they'll last longer. And if you order them, get a hold of the people you ordered them from. Get a smaller mounting piece in the rear for the lower mounts, get a shorter one, and then get a 14 kilogram spring for the front, and then put the 10K in the rear. It'll ride really nice. I noticed a huge difference when I put the 10Ks in the rear. Now if I can get 14Ks for the front and new coilovers for the front, we're doing good. But another thing you got to remember, the bushings on these things, like the bushings on these coilovers like to go out. I'm speaking faster than I can think. Get on eBay, and eBay actually sells a Skunk 2 coilover bushing that will work on these coilovers for the top mounts. And that's what I got on here. I need to replace them because, again, they only lasted me like a year and a half. So I need to get some more. They're only like $100 for all 4 corners. So I mean, they're not really expensive. So, and they're easy to change out. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish putting this back together, and then we'll see if everything sits level now. Well, we're almost to the car meet. Hopefully we get a decent turnout. I'm stuck behind somebody who wants to drive really slow, and it's aggravating. Oh, looks like a couple of Mustangs showed up. Yeah, BMW. Excuse me. So far so good, but it's still a little early, so we'll see who else shows up. Man, traffic just does not want to clear up for me to pull in. Let me get parked and we'll see who's here. Ooh, man, turnout's pretty good. Look at this Camaro SS, long tube headers, intake. He's got a lot of work done to this thing. This thing sounds sick compared to other Camaros. Loving it. But pretty decent turnout. I'm loving it. Bright yellow 370Z. A couple of Volkswagens here. I like this black one. This thing looks sick. Corvette, Challenger, those lights, that's pretty cool. But still kind of early. Hopefully we still have more people show up. Digging this white SS. This thing's pretty nice with the red calipers, all the red under the hood. This thing looks clean. So
hey Hunter, my doors closed.
Eventful night. Good turnout. Quite a few cars showed up. Some new people showed up, surprisingly, and full parking lot. I didn't get a lot of footage of everybody because, you know, everybody gets to meet me and they want to talk, and it's so hard to video and be able to communicate with people at the same time. I have nothing against it. I like meeting new people, and being able to host that, you know, allows me to meet new people and have a good time. But it is difficult at times to record of the cars and everybody wanting to meet me and talk to me, but we'll figure our way. But good night. Had a great time. I know there's a lot going on in my video, from working on the car meet from last week and this week. You know, I've been trying to get things together after being sick for 2 weeks, but we're gonna get there and we're gonna get back to normal again, and hopefully I'm gonna try to better myself and do better with my videos. But well, I will see y'all next time. Like, subscribe, and I will see y'all next time.